This is a just a piece of a threaded rod. It's the same threads as the mounting screw, and that little sharp point on the end of it puts a depression down inside that hole. And lets me know where to start drilling to go out the back. Thing almost doesn't need a bolt to hold it in. This is a really small hole. This is a really small bolt. This is less than 1/4 of an inch. So 1/4 inch bit will drill what I need. The problem is this is not a super good quality bit, and that tends to wander. It's not, I don't know what it is about it. It's for drilling fast, not accurate. That's the only 1/4 inch bit I got. And so I've got a line down my center line, and I got a line of the center line of this fastening bolt, and I've got this thing elevated, angled toward me. I can see down it pretty good. After you get done drilling and you punch out the back, and you have a line drawn in the back that you hope to hit, the moment of truth comes when you turn it over and look at it, and you realize that you're within 1/8 of an inch of it, and you have a little woohoo moment, because it came down that center line this way pretty good. It strayed off the side to side about 1/8 of an inch, which is more than tolerable, especially with a bit like I was using. Now I've got to take this into here. This is where the bolt needs to stop. This will work. It's not pretty, but it'll work. This is a bit I had to make for something else. I don't know what it was, but it's got a pilot on the end of it, which is a 1/4 inch button. And then this I had to grind down to make it fit something, but it'll work. And that's got to go in about close to that. Drop this mounting bolt in there and see how much it sticks out down inside there. I can't see in there. Well, that thing's sticking out 5/8 of an inch. Now I'm going to reuse this washer that's in this original stock. If I can get it out. Or I may just get a new one. There it is. Alright, I know that my bolt is contacting the back of that stud because when I pushed this back, I felt the bolt come back with my finger. So if the holes line up, it will grab those threads and start pulling, drawing this this action toward me. And they feel like they went right in place. Yeah, it's pulling. It's actually pulling and drawing that action to where it needs to be. I'm going to tighten this bolt back here, and you can see that thing easing back. I'm not going to put a ton of pressure on that because I don't know how good those threads are. They don't feel like they're really, really positive locked in threads. They feel like they're a teeny bit sloppy. Of course, this gun is who knows how old. But that's putting more pressure with that rod pulling it than when I was tapping this thing with a mallet. So now what it's doing is it's putting a print, an imprint, all the way around this wood. Wherever it's touching the hardest is leave me a dented place. And so I can take this out of here and put it back and take it out and put it back probably another 6, 8, 10 times, and I will fine tune where I have inletted all this around here. I can fine tune it. And the next thing I'm going to do is put this barrel back on and look down the barrel in line with this center line. And if they agree, then I'm home free. If they don't agree, I've got to adjust my center line because this stock has to line up with that barrel. When I get to this point, I check it with the barrel on it. I don't have much to do. I've only got about 20 thousandths, 25 thousandths anywhere. The biggest gap I've got is about 20 thousandths. In some places it's touching really hard. Next thing I've got to inlet is this this bolt release lever. When it comes over, it brings a I don't know what it is. Part of the mechanism comes back, and it comes back right in the top part of this, and it's going to dent. It's going to make a ding in those little leaves I left in there. Part of them has got to come out just in a little bitty slot because there's part of this mechanism comes back and forth. I have to relieve some wood right in here just to get this to come over because this thing hugs the top of that receiver. And so I've got to actually chisel part of this off just to get this lever over. All part of the process. All part of the process. I went to put the barrel on and I couldn't fasten the barrel in an upright position because this was hitting this lever. So I sliced off enough of that to let this release lever to go by, and I realized inside is that sliding thing, and I'm trying to push it a few times to make a little dent where it's got to be relieved. You can see when this gets pressed, that internal, that part right there moves backwards. So that's got to be taken out of there. The thing comes straight back. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't be able to just take a little Dremel and just kind of relieve that. While I'm at it, I'm going to clean up some of these places that hitting kind of hard.